Okay, hey everyone, we are once again live on YouTube, and today we are back with a very powerful topic of law of attraction, which is relationships. And today's topic is going to be live. It's going to be amazing, very, very powerful, where we're going to do a very live coaching of father and daughter relationship coaching with one of our platinum members. These sessions are only and only specially for our platinum members, but some of our platinum members have agreed to do this live on YouTube so that all of you could also get benefit by not only watching these results but also probably learning from this and creating results for yourself. So how many of you here would love to learn with Lakshmi's live example of relationship coaching? If yes, everyone type in quickly in the chat window. Thank you, Lakshmi. So, Lakshmi, please switch on your video. Welcome to the YouTube live session once again for your live coaching on relationships with you and your father. Okay, so
Hi, sir.
yes, I think we can see you. All right, perfect. So, you can hear me loud and clear, Lakshmi?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Excellent. All right, how are you doing, Lakshmi?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Very good, thank you. There's a different expression to you today compared to the last live channel. That time you were fully
Yes.
glowing because you had to share a result, but I can see
Yes.
you're a little nervous today because you're talking about your relationship coaching today, but that's fine.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
so let's start with the first point about when you talk about your relationship with your father, where is it today and why?
Uh, okay. I would say it was not a good relationship, even not now, because I'm very uncomfortable with him. He tried to talk with me, but I don't talk to him at all.
Right.
If when I call my mom, he comes in between and he asks, how are you? So I always answer him that I'm good, but I never ask him in repeat that how are you. It's not that I don't want to ask. I want to ask, but I don't know. I'm very uncomfortable with him, and he always asks why you're not coming to home? It's been like more than a year. You should come home, take some leave,
So
come to
were you
home.
always like this with your father or something created this?
No, always. It was very bad before, I would say. Nowadays, as I said, I don't judge him at all. So I'm like quite neutral, not
But
positive, not negative.
what started this bad relationship with him? Was it
Okay,
something he
so
did, or was it something between you and between him and his wife, which kind of played a role for you? What created this bad relationship?
it started from childhood. I used to get scared a lot because he was very aggressive and he used to control us, like आप क्या खाओगे वो भी वही डिसाइड करते थे, आप कहाँ जाओगे वो भी पापा ही डिसाइड करते थे. Even I we liked non-veg, so suddenly he realized that उनको वेज खाना चाहिए, वो नॉन-वेज छोड़ देंगे. Then he decided he started eating veg, but we don't want to eat veg. We want
Hmm.
non-veg, but he said, no, you have to eat veg now with me. So he used to control us fully, even हम क्या खाएंगे, everything. आप क्या पहनोगे, वो ये सब decide करते, everything.
That was the only thing that got you to
No, no,
kind of
no.
be
There are a
uncomfortable.
lot of stuff. There are a lot of stuff. There is the first thing, no. And then
It was the control factor that kind of got you to.
controlling factor. Yeah,
Everyone in
even
YouTube chat window here, you must listen to these things carefully. What creates our relationships? Maybe Lakshmi, you should also write down this word because even as I'm talking to you, you're discovering it for the first time that what are the triggers which created your relationship the way it is right now. So one is control is one rule that he's broke for you. The more he controlled you, the more you got away from him, right?
right. Right.
Okay, so one is control. What is the other thing?
Other thing is I feel like because of his, my mom is not well. She always struggled, and I saw her crying, everything. So from childhood, so I used to control my mom also, and my mom is like very simple. She's very sweet. So that's one thing I never liked about him. So
So because of him, your mom was always sick.
I think like she
So
never enjoyed her life
because of him.
because of him.
Hmm. And how does that affect your relationship with him?
Uh, I love my mom, so
Hmm.
I think he should take care of her.
Hmm. He should take care of her. So the second word I'm going to give you is revenge. You're like mom's best friend who's taking revenge on behalf of mom because he hurt your best friend.
Yeah.
Hurt someone you loves a lot. That's what we do in school, right? If you have two best friends and someone comes and hurts your best friend, you take revenge and you go and hurt the other person back saying, how dare you talk to my best friend like that?
Yes.
Correct? Okay, so control, revenge. What else? What created that relationship?
And also I used to feel like uh, without any reason he used to hit me or he used to scold me, like my sister brothers, everyone I'm talking about. मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि मैंने तो कुछ गलती किया ही नहीं, फिर मुझे क्यों मारा है. और वन मोर थिंग, लाइक जो मेरे फ्रेंड्स थे उनको मैं देखती थी बचपन से, तो मैं उनके और उनके फादर के भी जो रिलेशनशिप देखती थी ना, लाइक आई टू गेट जेल, नॉट जेलस, आई टू फील बैड कि मेरे
Right.
साथ ऐसा क्यों नहीं होता.
क्या नहीं होता आपके साथ ऐसा?
लाइक वी आर नॉट कंफर्टेबल. लाइक हम जब खाना खाने बैठते थे ना मेरे पापा के साथ, तो हम बहुत साइलेंट रहते थे, बात भी नहीं करते थे, इतना हम डरते थे. बट जब मैं मेरे फ्रेंड्स को देखती थी, लाइक दे यूज्ड टू जंप ऑन देयर फादर, दे यूज्ड टू प्ले, दे यूज्ड टू टॉक नाइसली, सो आई वाज टू थिंक लाइक हमारी लाइफ ऐसी क्यों नहीं है, मतलब वी आर नॉट कंफर्टेबल विद आवर फादर. सो
So
दैट्स
here's the third word for you. There's an emotion which is an underlying emotion that lives with you, between you and your father, which you are anchored to. What emotion is that? Can you recognize? Let's see if somebody in YouTube chat can hear recognize, while Lakshmi is also recognizing. दिख रहा है बहुत क्लियरली, एक इमोशन दिख रहा है जिसके साथ आप जी रहे हो पापा को लेके. क्या इमोशन है? व्हाट डू यू कॉल हिम? पापा, डैडी? व्हाट डू यू कॉल हिम?
I don't call him.
But whenever you mention him, do you say papa? Do you say daddy?
Oh, okay, yeah. We call Babu.
Babu. Okay, Babu. So what is the primary emotion that you think you have associated with Babu?
um, like I thought he's not a good father, but he's very responsible. He's very responsible. Because of him, I'm here today. But for everything, we used to fight. कि ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए. And after a long fight, then he agreed. Okay, ठीक है, चलो करते हैं. So वो भी एक था कि वो एग्री क्यों नहीं करते स्टार्टिंग में, वो क्यों नहीं सपोर्ट करते. दैट मतलब सपोर्ट नेचर वाज नॉट देयर. ही इज नॉट अ सपोर्टिंग फादर. दैट इज व्हाट आई
So
स्टिल
lack
थिंक.
of support is your fourth word,
या
right?
लाइक
That's a big reason you feel you went away from him. And
या
you always had this big complaint with him that why doesn't he support me initially? Why do I have to struggle so much to get what I want from him?
यस.
Is that right? So let's take a note of all these things first. Do you remember the first word? Control,
Control.
right? What was the second word?
Revenge.
Revenge. What's the third word?
Emotion. I forgot. Lack of support was the fourth.
Right. So what is the third one?
I forgot.
Okay. So control, revenge, let's say lack of support. Okay. So these
लैक
are
ऑफ
the three.
इमोशन समथिंग वाज देयर, जो मैं अपने फ्रेंड्स को देखती थी and वो नहीं था मेरे लाइफ में. दैट इमोशन, दैट रिलेशनशिप, दैट बॉन्ड.
And why? What did you think was missing between you and them? Was this lack of support, is what you were saying?
Because
Correct.
he used to tell that like I am your guru, so you should respect me and you should listen to me. तो वो
Okay.
पापा कम बनते थे, गुरु ज्यादा बनते थे.
Got that.
So yeah. And can I share a story? I want to share, like because of that, I just
Sure. Go
this
ahead.
distance came. Okay. So actually what happened ki, when I was I was 19 years old, uh, uh, my hemoglobin got down to 3. Like, I got sick. So nobody realized that I'm not well, mentally and physically both. And then one day my elder sister, she realized, तुझे कुछ हुआ है, तेरी आंखें एकदम yellow yellow है, something happened to you. No, I'm fine. And so, actually something happened and मुझे इतना fever आया कि इतना shivering हो रहा था कि कंट्रोल ही नहीं हो रहा था. देन वी रियलाइज कि हाँ कुछ तो हुआ है. एंड नेक्स्ट डे शी टुक मी टू डॉक्टर. नो, शी आस्क्ड मी टू गो टू डॉक्टर. सो मैं डॉक्टर के पास गई मॉम के साथ. एंड व्हेन दे चेक माय ब्लड, दे सॉ इट्स जस्ट 3, only 3. And they got shocked and they asked me how, like how you are alive, because with 3 hemoglobin nobody can survive. It's very low, you can't survive at all more than a week. From now, more than a week you cannot survive, so you should take emergency blood, at least 4 bottle. So I was like क्या बोल रहे हैं, मतलब so वो लोग ऐसे बोल रहे थे कि आप हॉस्पिटल तक कैसे आए. तो मेरे डैड एक्चुअली हॉस्पिटल में काम करते हैं, ही इज फ्रॉम मेडिकल डिपार्टमेंट. सो दे कॉल्ड माय डैड कि आपकी बेटी की ये हालत है, आपको कुछ पता ही नहीं, ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है.
हम्म.
3 तक आ गया. तो फिर उन्होंने उनको आप फिश खिलाओ, नॉनवेज खिलाओ, एंड उनको अब भी इमरजेंसी अब ब्लड दिलाओ, अभी के अभी. सो फॉर सम रीजन उस दिन ब्लड नहीं मिला.
What
तो
was your age at that time?
19.
19. So you remember all this very clearly. Right. And then what happened?
सो वी केम बैक टू होम एंड मतलब ठीक है, उस दिन ब्लड नहीं मिला तो नेक्स्ट डे ले लेंगे इमरजेंसी, ठीक है. बट आई रिमेम्बर मेरे डैड बात कर रहे थे मेरे दादी से कि ठीक है उसको ये हालत है, ठीक है ब्लड देने के लिए बोल रहे डॉक्टर, बट किसी और के बॉडी से ब्लड लेना आई डोंट एग्री, आई डोंट लाइक दिस. किसी और का ब्लड कैसा रहेगा. तो व्हाट
Right.
आई विल डू, I'll feed her food, milk, not non-veg at all, food and all that, but blood nahi, no blood. But doctor clearly said that she had to take blood only, no, but no other option. But I feel like he was not serious about it.
Hmm.
He was very lightly was talking to my dadi ki ठीक है फ्रूट वूट खिला देंगे.
So from this story, I see one more point that's coming up. Can you see that point? That's a big complaint that you have against him. What is that? He doesn't what?
care.
Yeah, that's right. He doesn't care. And you believe that very strongly, don't you?
Not now, that
Not
time.
now. So do you believe he cares now?
Yes, I believe.
You believe he cares. But why did this story come up then?
I just wanted to share कि ये अभी जो सिचुएशन है क्यों क्रिएट हुआ, why I'm not comfortable with him because of all those stories.
Stories which we remember, we still remember the emotions in the story.
True.
We don't remember the stories for the sake of it.
True.
So if somewhere the story has come up for you, it means that he doesn't care for me is still very real for you.
Somewhere, yes.
Right? So now let's come to the main question. Why do you want to work on your relationship with your father today? Because we are doing this live. It's a very big risk for you. Why are you doing it? Why is it so important for you to work on your relationship with your father?
Because of you.
Why?
Because you said that we have to clear our energy with our parents, then only you can make a good relationship with other people in your life. So even I have realized that yes, it's true, we have to clear that old energy with parents and we should not judge them.
Your main reason is you want to have a good relationship in the future, so you want to take care of your relationship with your father. Not for your father.
uh,
Let's be honest about it.
Actually, yes, I think not for him,
Right?
for
The
myself.
main reason is because you want to have a better relationship in the future. And you are realizing based on my coaching in Platinum that if you don't work on your relationship with your father, you will keep struggling in your partner's relationship in the future. You'll keep struggling in your marriage. I have proven this to you in many other theories earlier. And that is why you're working on this today.
I think.
Yeah? Do you remember the reflection theory? For everybody in YouTube, reflection ka matlab hota hai when we see something in other people that we don't like, if that thing we also have in us, we hate the other person instead of hating ourselves. But actually, we are hating ourselves. Example, in case of Lakshmi right now. So, Lakshmi, right now you're working on your dad's relationship, not for him, but because you want to have a better relationship with your partner in the future. What does that show about you?
Selfish.
Do you see the fourth point here? One of your biggest complaints in your past with him has been he doesn't care enough. He's selfish. What are you doing right now?
Reflection.
Do you see that you are also selfish? Do you see that you are also not caring enough for him?
Yes.
And as far as that frequency is inside you, what kind of people will you keep attracting inside you?
Selfish people.
People who don't care.
True.
So it's not just about attracting a better relationship. It's about being who you want to be in your future and who you want to feel like today.
Yeah, that is where I wanted your help. And I told him that day that I'm still working on this and I want to figure it out what exactly I should do. And yes, somewhere I don't want to carry that, baggage from childhood I have to clear that energy.
Correct. So, what do we call this in relationship mastery? The statement, he doesn't care, lack of support, revenge out of, he controls me so much. ये सब चीजों को हम रिलेशनशिप मास्टरी में कोर्स में क्या बोलते थे लेसन 1 में याद आया?
Rackets.
It's so rackets for everybody on YouTube here means complaints, consistent complaints, not complaints, but consistent complaints. You've been holding on these consistent complaints against your father for how many years now?
More than 20 years.
More than 20 years. Now, these consistent complaints are energy blocks inside you, right? These energy blocks creates their own frequency, sickness in the body. They develop into manifestation of bad cells, bad immune system, converts into health problems, relationship issues. You're not able to attract money as much as you want. And all of this is happening because 20 years of garbage has been kept inside the system. Now, what do you want to do with this? You want to
I
continue?
don't complain now. The thing is, why I'm not comfortable still now? Like,
so the reason you're not comfortable is because of two things. You have realized this, but you haven't dropped it yet. So that's one. The second reason is each of these complaints has an emotion associated to it. Like when somebody controls us, what do you feel? When somebody controls you, what do you feel?
suffocate.
Suffocated. Okay, so let's write that down. Everyone make notes about this because this is going to teach you a lot about what you feel in your life related to some of the complaints that you have with some of your relationships, maybe with your parents, maybe with your father or with your
Not
mother.
with everyone, I guess.
Correct. So with your father, what do you feel when he controls you?
Sometimes I feel irritated, sometimes I feel suffocate because that all childhood flashback came that time.
So let's say suffocated. What else when it comes to your father and when it comes to that particular word revenge? How do you feel about him when you remember he troubling your mom and because of him probably your mom did not have a good relationship or did not have a good health or did not have a good life? How do you feel about him? What's the feeling word associated there?
I used to get anger before.
That's right.
Now I'm neutral about it. So,
Okay. Fourth, lack of support. When you realize that he did not support you enough, you always had to struggle with him to get something from him. How do you feel about that? What
now
feeling is associated?
now actually I'm grateful about this because that happened because
So
of that
consider not now, but in the past when you felt that lack of support from him, how did you feel about him? What's the negative emotion associated with that?
okay, yeah, that time I used to feel like first parents should support us, otherwise we can be lost.
So how did you feel about that? The fact that your father didn't support
Lonely. I used to feel lonely.
only. See, these are the words we want to get out of your system. Fourth, he doesn't care enough for you. How do you feel about that?
Again, lonely.
No.
Yeah.
So if you observe, these are the words that are associated to these situations here. Do you see that? Do you see the correlation between both now?
Yes.
Right? So at a conceptual level, because you have learned law of attraction, because you've learned affirmations, because you've understood things on a logical level, all of this, it seems like the complaints have gone. But I'll tell you why the complaints have not gone. Because these emotions have not gone. How do I know the emotions have not gone? What would be the opposite of anger with him? Calm, relaxed.
Relaxed.
What would be the opposite of lonely with him? Connected.
Connected, true.
Supported, connected, right? What would be the opposite of suffocated with him?
Comfortable.
Comfortable with him. So let me ask you the question. Are you comfortable with him right now?
No.
Do you laugh with him right now? Do you joke with him right now?
No.
Are you relaxed and calm around his presence? Do you feel connected to him when you're with him?
No.
So what is the opposite of all of that?
Yeah. This
Suffocation, anger, lonely. Do you see that? So it logically looks like you've given up these rackets, these complaints. But how do I know you've not given up? Because the opposite of these negative emotions should have existed if you had given up those rackets.
Okay. That is what I want to know. Even I am confused.
That's my job. Now that you know this, would you like to release these emotions?
Of course, yes.
Okay. So let's do a small process. But before that, quickly answer this question. Between your mom and dad, who was more controlling?
That.
Dad was more controlling, obviously. And your mom was always the docile one,
Yeah.
right? And how are you in your nature with your life partner or
Me?
your potential partner? Yeah. Are you very aggressive
No.
or are you very docile?
Like my mom, like
You're more like your mom,
sacrificing nature.
right? So do you remember the yin-yang energy concept from advanced law
Yes,
of attraction, right?
I remember.
So if you observe, because of your father, you are actually a good yin energy.
Ian
Because
and
your
it.
father, yes,
Mm.
because your father is a yang energy,
Yes.
you became more like your mom, which is yin energy. And
Yes.
you being a girl, your yin energy was important for you to develop. But you would
Right.
have never developed that if your mom would have been yang.
Hmm.
You see the other girls in our platinum group who are struggling with their yang energy?
Yes.
Why are they struggling with their yang energy? Because their mom was very yang.
Right.
So they
Hmm.
imbibed the yang energy from their mother rather than from their father. In your case, you're a balanced girl. Why are you balanced? Because you got your yin energy from your mom and you're getting the healthy yang energy from your father. You're not realizing it, but you got that yang energy from your father.
Yeah, I've realized that actually recently. Yes, I have that
However,
young energy also.
when you get angry, you get very angry.
Yes.
You are extremely short tempered when you get angry.
With few people, yes.
Suppress your anger for a long time. And when
Yes.
you blast like crazy.
Yes, it's true.
That's because you are being the yang energy once in a while by suppressing your yang energy once in a while. So you
One.
remain yin energy for too long. You suppress that yang energy, which is the healthy energy, by the way. And then once in a while, when you're suppressed like your mother, the father comes out.
Very true.
So most of the time, you'll be behaving like your mom. But
Yes.
when the mom is suffocated, the father comes out and takes control. Correct? So first, I want you to quickly look at the benefits of what that relationship has done for you. Because your father is a yang energy and so strong,
Hmm.
you were able to have just in balance amount of yin and yang energy inside you, and you were able to enjoy being a girl.
Yes.
So many girls have not been able to enjoy their freedom of being a woman and have ended up being more like men because they become more yang energy. But in your case, you're more yin energy, you're more girly.
Yes.
That's because of your father. You got that benefit because of your mom and dad combination, right?
Got it.
Now, let's understand that why you are not able to relate with him comfortably. The reason is because each of these situations, they mean something to us in that moment, and that is where rackets come from. Rackets come from our ability to make meanings out of a situation. Do you remember that formula? S plus M equals E. Everyone write down this formula in the chat window. S plus M equals E, which means, repeat with me, situations
Situations
plus meanings
plus meaning.
equals emotions.
Yeah, equals
So in
emotion.
your case, the number one situation was he controlled you a lot. The meaning you gave was
He doesn't love.
he doesn't love me. So you felt suffocated in your relationship with him. He did not take care of your mother the way he should have taken care of your mother. The meaning you gave to that was he's not a good.
Good husband. Good
Mm,
father.
So you got angry with him because of that. Without this meaning, is the anger possible?
No.
1-year-old child does not have any meanings, so cannot have feelings. You have these feelings because you added these meanings. But who added these meanings?
Me. It's me.
So who created these feelings then?
Again, it's me.
And if you created the meanings and you created the feelings, what has your dad got to do with any of this?
Nothing.
Your dad was just being himself.
Yes.
He was not born perfect with a manual of how to bring up children. Did you ever do a job where you failed?
Yes.
So can people take up a job and fail in it?
No.
Has your father got a manual about how to be a perfect dad as a job when he got you for the first time?
No.
So was it a possibility that he could fail sometimes? So he failed. But the meanings that you gave to his failure was your responsibility. The meanings had nothing to do with the situation. It was your creation. And you created the feeling of suffocation, anger, and loneliness. What if you could just dissolve this feeling right now and create new feelings for him?
Yes.
Make sense? All right. So I want you to close your eyes for a second and let's do a small exercise. Now, if some of you would love to experience what I'm trying to coach her with, close your eyes, experience the exercise with me. So here we go. Relax your energy. You can hear my voice and music both clear.
Yes.
Very good. Now relax your energy and I want you to teleport yourself to a time when you were just 1 year old. How do you think you must have looked? Cute, soft, like a baby doll. Now teleport yourself to a time even before that, maybe when you were looking just 3 months old. Were you the same size, do you think? Or you think smaller?
Smaller.
Smaller. Do you think you must have looked mean and selfish or cute and soft?
Cute.
Okay. Now imagine the day when you must have been born the first day. And then imagine the first moment when your father entered the hospital room where you were there. And the first moment he looked at that baby called Lakshmi. And in that first moment, without any training, without any manual, suddenly he was given the position of a father. What do you think he was feeling looking at you? How many thoughts were going through his mind? How many emotions was he going through at that time?
Um, he was very happy because the day I born, he got his job offer letter. Yeah.
He must have thought you're really lucky for him.
Yes.
No wonder he named you Lakshmi.
That's the reason he named me as Lakshmi.
And imagine that every night you slept, how many doubts he must be going through. Will I be able to do a good job with her? Will I be able to be a good father? And some people would come and give him advice, do this. Some people would come and give him advice, don't do that. And the man did what he could do best. And sometimes he controlled you. And sometimes he was difficult with your mother because he was probably not even trained as a good husband. Nobody trained him how to be an amazing husband to develop the relationship skills that he was supposed to. But in spite of that, he did his best. And sometimes what he was doing in his best manner felt like lack of support for you. And as you grew up from 1 year to 2 years to 5 years to 10 years, the more he saw in your eyes all these complaints, how do you think he felt about himself? More successful as a man or more failure as a man?
Failure.
And the poor man kept failing in his daughter's eyes, his wife's eyes. Do you blame him for all the anger he has? Do you blame him for all the control he's trying to create? He's desperately trying to see a little pride in his family members' eyes. But no matter what he did, he was failing. And then you kept making more and more negative meanings and more negative meanings. And you kept feeling suffocated, anger, lonely. Now I want you to imagine your current age. What's your current age again?
33.
I know girls don't like to tell their age live on YouTube, but now you've already declared that. By the age of 33, what do you think is your father's age?
60.
60? And at night, when he realizes you've come home but you did not spend time with him, you're not comfortable with him, when you leave the house and he's alone sleeping at night, what do you think he thinks about himself? How do you think he feels when he asks you, why don't you come? And he can clearly see the anger in you, even though he doesn't tell you. How miserable he must be feeling, how lonely he must be feeling, how angry he must be feeling within himself, how suffocated he must be feeling within himself. Maybe he's not as good as others, but he's still a human being, and at the energy level, he's still you. And at the energy level, you were created from him. The more you hate him, can you ever love yourself completely?
No.
And you cannot love your source completely. Can you really love another person completely?
No. Yeah.
So are you willing to let go of all your anger for him? Are you willing to let go of all the meanings that you gave to all those situations?
Yes.
Okay. So, with your right hand on your heart, take a deep breath. And I now want you to imagine that same situation where he was trying to control you, where he didn't want you to eat non-veg. I want you to go inside his head now and imagine how desperate he was to make sure that my children should not eat non-veg so that they don't get hurt with bad food. And I want you to empathize with him and see how much he cared that he was willing to take your hatred and still willing to control you just so that he could give you good vegetarian food. Maybe he was wrong, but that's what he believed. He was doing it for you. Wasn't he caring? That he was willing to take your hatred for that? And whatever happened between you, between him and your mother, are you responsible for that?
No.
Is your mother responsible for his relationship?
No.
Is he responsible for his relationship with his wife?
Yes.
But is it necessary for you to take revenge for your mother?
No. Now I realize no. Not. Not really.
And when he did not let you take blood and maybe tried to give you natural ways of having blood, in his own mind, wasn't he doing the best for you? Because you've learned in NLP, people do the best in that moment as per their beliefs.
Right.
Have you ever made the second best choice? Nobody makes the
Yes.
second best choice. Everybody makes the best choice.
Right.
So, are you willing to have a good relationship with your father now and convert that suffocation into comfort
Yes.
and channelize that anger into feeling calm and relaxed with him and convert that lonely feeling with feeling connected with him? Are you willing to?
Yes.
So, now imagine that you've gone home tonight and imagine you're sitting with him and he's holding your cheeks and he's literally doing coochie, 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 coochie. And how weird would that feel if he did that to you? Because I'm sure you don't have any such memory. But imagine him literally doing it to you right now. Literally imagine it. Holding his hands on your cheeks and doing coochie, coochie, coochie. And how would that feel?
Actually weird. Maybe
For a
I'll feel
change.
shy. I'll feel shy.
Yeah. And look in his eyes as you feel shy and comfortable at the same time. And imagine having dinner with him by feeling calm and connected to him. And imagine you're going next to him and saying, I will sit next to you, not mom. And you're sitting next to him and you're smiling at him and he's smiling back at you. And for the first time, maybe you're trying to give him a bite of food. And he's a little surprised now. But with surprise, what do you see in his eyes?
Happiness.
So imagine he had that bite. And imagine you've come back home after dinner feeling comfortable, you laughed a lot, you played a lot, and you're as comfortable with him as you are with me. Imagine how comfortable you are sitting with me sitting here live on YouTube, trusting me 100%. That's the level of comfort you have with your father now. And you came back home at night and you sent me an email detailing what kind of a dinner you had with your father and how amazing you felt. And now imagine it's been more than 1 year to this relationship. How would you feel 1 year from now if your and your father's relationship was perfectly normal, like how it is between you and me? How would you feel 1 year from now?
Completely relaxed.
Would it be something extraordinary after 1 year?
Yes, could be. Yes.
Could be. And after 2 years?
Hmm.
Maybe normal by now.
Yes, normal.
Now imagine having a good relationship with him for the next 10 years when you would be, I know you wouldn't want to be, but 43. Maybe he would be 70. And then you're 53 and you still have an amazing relationship. Maybe you have some wrinkles with him. Maybe you have some gray hair that matches his gray hair, if he has any hair left by then. And imagine that, God forbid, if he was to leave this world before you. And imagine holding his hands on a wonderful hospital bed where he goes away peacefully from this earth. Imagine your hands in his hands and ask yourself this final question. Was it worth giving him this last 20 years, 30 years, feeling comfortable, relaxed with him? No matter how many mistakes he made in the past. Was it worth it?
Yes.
Imagine looking in his eyes in that bed and how he's smiling back at you. And he's saying thank you. Do you feel if he said thank you to you? Now imagine coming back from that moment to the time when you're 43 and then back to 33 in this moment. And the good news is you still have the next 30, 40 years with him, maybe 50 years. Now you could take advantage of that after next year, or you could take advantage of that starting tonight. What would you like to do?
Yes.
When would you like to start?
Um, from now,
So open your eyes.
um,
And what do you feel about your father right now?
he's a good father.
Hmm. And you know why he's a good father? Can I give you a meaning that is a simple meaning? As you know, we make meanings or rules which are easy rules rather than difficult rules, right? So simply in meanings, we can make simple meanings instead of complicated meanings. Can I give you a simple meaning?
Yes.
He's a good father because he gave birth to you. That's it. And that one reason is enough for him to be a good father. He
Yes.
doesn't need to prove anything more to you other than the fact that he gave birth to you. Today, you are able to help so many people as a Hope No healer just because you're alive.
Yes.
You experienced so many beautiful things in your life already.
Yes.
You experienced independence, all because he gave birth to you. Your mom didn't do it alone.
Yeah.
So I think that one reason is good enough for him to be a good father. I don't think he needs to prove anymore.
Right. Of
What do you
course.
say?
Yes.
So when would you like to take action?
Tonight.
You know me well. When do we do whatever we do?
Now.
So get your mobile out, call up your father live right now in front of all of us, and tell him you love him.
Okay, but you won't
You could wait for
understand.
another 1 or 2 years.
No.
Lakshmi, he will understand. He doesn't have to understand this whole process. He just needs to understand the words that you say and the feelings that comes from those words, the energy that comes from those words. He understands that. So call him up.
But you won't understand my language. I'll talk Bengali.
I won't understand your language. I don't have to understand your language. I understand your feelings, your expressions. That's good enough for me.
Okay.
So do it. We're all waiting.
Okay.
Everyone in the chat window, please type in. Come on, Lakshmi, let's go for it.
I know I don't have other option. No.
You have an option. You can say no, and you can wait for another moment like this to open up, which may take another 1 or 2 years or 10 years. It's come after 20 years today. Those of you who are watching me on YouTube live right now, you could just watch and learn from Lakshmi, or you could take action right now. You can make a call right now and do it with us. So let's go, Lakshmi.
Okay.
Speaker.
Okay. Oh my God.
Tell him how you want to feel with him from now. And tell him you want to meet him for dinner.
Call my.
He's with your mom at home?
Yes. I'm not getting his line, so I'm calling my mom.
That she can give him the phone?
Yeah.
Sure. How would your mom feel if she comes to know you did this with him right now?
I have to ask.
But what do you think? Would she like it? Would she not like it?
Yeah, she will like it.
She will like it.
Okay.
I hope in the meantime, people who are watching us are making a call at this point of time. If yes, type in yes in the chat window if you're making that call right now.
হ্যালো হ্যালো তুমি কি বাড়িতে তুমি কি বাড়িতে আসো এখন বাবুর একটু ফোনটা দাও না হুম দেখো তো ও ওকে ওকে না বাবুর নাম্বারে ফোন করছি কল তো লাগতেছে না অন্য কোনো নাম্বার আছে আচ্ছা ওকে ওকে ফাইন ওকে না 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 I'll call
What
okay
happened? He's not there?
he's not there.
Okay,
He's
all
not
right.
at
So let's do one thing. Does he have a WhatsApp?
he has in no not WhatsApp. He has mobile, but I'm not getting his line. Not I'm not able to
Try one last time.
yeah try.
He doesn't use WhatsApp on his mobile?
No.
No.
Okay. No, I'm not getting his line.
Not getting connected. Okay, done. So let's do it this way. On your mom's mobile, do you have an audio recorder in your mobile?
Yes.
Switch it on. There's always a way to get things done. We are not going to use this as an excuse to run away. Commitment is a commitment. So let's get an audio recorder on. And imagine you're talking to your father, and what would you say to him? Say it now, and then we'll send this file to your mom on WhatsApp, and she'll give it to your father. Okay,
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Go.
Okay.
On mute. I'm on mute. Go.
Okay. হ্যালো হ্যালো বাবু কেমন আছো শরীর কেমন আছে আর আমি ডিসাইড করছি যে আমি বাড়িতে আমু কিছুদিনের মধ্যে সো আমি তোমার জানাই দেবো ডেট তো তুমি টিকিট বুক করে দিও বাড়িতে আমু
What did you say?
I said that आप कैसे हो and how's your health? And because he is asking from long time कि come to home, come to home. I'll make a ticket for you. वो बोल रही है मैं टिकट करके दूंगा सब आने जाने का, but you just come to home. So I just told him, okay, book my tickets. I'll come very soon. I'll let you know.
Awesome. Awesome. What else you didn't say you love him? Do it. Because if you don't do it now, the next opening will happen after a long time. You need to anchor this moment with me, remember? And say all these words that you want to feel with him: the comfort, relax, supported, love. Express your emotions to him so that you could really drop that racket with him and create these emotions with him. You were responsible for creating those feelings. Let's be responsible for creating these feelings. So
Okay.
create it now.
Okay. um, एक second. I got a call from mom. Okay. Um, I love you both. You are
You
on mute.
recorded or you spoke to him right now?
No, no. I just got a call from mom, and I asked, is he there? So he's not there. So I have to record it again.
Record.
Okay. Okay. Hello. বাবু ওকে আমি জানি তুমি আমার কথা খুব মনে করো, মিস করো, আমার লেগে প্রে করো। সো ইভেন আমি আমারও তোমার কথা অনেক মনে পড়ে, এন্ড আই লাভ ইউ।
Right. So what exactly did you say the whole statement?
So I said that I know that you always miss me, and he does actually. He always talk about me, and he prays for me. So I told him that even I also miss him, and I love.
Awesome. Beautiful. Everyone type in the chat window quickly. Magical daughter. MD in the chat window quickly. So MD of a company you'll become later, but for now you're a magical daughter. That's amazing, Lakshmi. How does it feel?
It's good. Yeah, I'm feeling relaxed.
If you can forgive your father, will it be easy to forgive your partner in the future?
Yes.
Do you see how this is connected?
Yes.
If you cannot forgive the man who brought you up or the man who you got birth from, how will you forgive a man who has nothing to do with you? Otherwise, you'll have the same life repeating, and only saying basic law of attraction affirmations won't help. Does that make sense now?
Yes.
Awesome. So now, how will you nurture this? Where is the next moment where you will meet him?
I'll have to go to. It's
And by when approximately? Tell us when.
actually it's 2000 kilometer away. I'm from Northeast Tripura.
Whoa. So maybe in a month or so.
I'm not sure.
Okay. So in the meantime, do you think it's possibility for you to start creating comfort with him over the phone calls
Yes.
by regularly talking to him?
Yeah.
If you really got comfortable with him, how regularly do you talk to your mom
Every day, every single day.
and dad?
No, he always ask her to talk to me. He will ask like, call me also. Why you talk to your mom always? You don't talk to me. He always
Yeah.
complains like that.
So now,
Yeah, I'll ask my mom to give the
you'll ask
phone.
your mom for what? To give the phone to him? Why not just call him on his phone?
Okay, I'll
So
call
let's
him.
take up this action challenge as we always do in all our courses. 7 days challenge. Okay, until the next week,
Okay.
same time, same day, Monday. Give me a commitment that you'll show me in platinum that you've called him every day once and you've spoken to him comfortably.
Okay.
Promise? Because if you can do it with him, then you can do it with any man in the future. And if you release your energy with him, you can release your energy with anybody else in the future. If you connect with him, you can connect with anybody in the future. Make sense?
Yes, got it.
Perfect. How do you feel right now?
Yeah, fine. I'm fine. I know I cried a lot, but I'm fine.
That's okay. That's good. That's good. Awesome. Congratulations. Thank you, Lakshmi, for being a live example for people that how transformation doesn't have to take years. It can happen in a very small period of time. 20 years of problem solved in what? 45 minutes?
Yeah, because you are the one like who make it very
Amazing.
easy and simple.
Thank you. Thank you, Lakshmi. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for not only trusting me, but trusting all these people on YouTube and becoming an inspiration for them, because what you're doing is not easy. Doing a very private coaching with me one on one and creating the same result and living in your own personal life is very easy. But being an example for the rest of the world is the difficult part. So, congratulations and thank you for doing that. Once again,
Thank
everyone, type in congratulations and thank you for Lakshmi. Thank you, Lakshmi. I'll see you soon in the next session. In the meantime, those of you who would love to connect with me and want to be attending more of these sessions, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel right now. Make sure you like the video, share this video with many people who you think need a relationship between them and their parents to be sorted out. Maybe this video will inspire them. Subscribe to the channel for more such live coaching sessions that will keep coming up in the future. Hit the bell icon so you get intimation with it. Okay. With that, thank you again. Bye, Lakshmi. I'll
Bye,
see you
sir,
soon.
and thank you so much. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you. Most welcome, Lakshmi. Thank you so much. Okay, bye-bye everyone. Thank you very much. And I'll see you at, let's say, today evening. We are doing a platinum membership program. Lakshmi is part of our platinum membership. If you would like to be part of our coaching sessions like these, where we teach people what kind of life skills do you really need in life to be able to grow, to be able to achieve these kind of extraordinary results in your health, relationships, career, and money, how you can achieve 10 years of success in 1 year. If you would love to learn that as well, join me today evening at 6:30 p.m. on my Platinum Introduction webinar, where I talk about how you can also achieve this in 1.5 hours today. You'll get absolute clarity of what kind of things people like Lakshmi and many such students are learning from us. Okay. Thank you again. Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon in the next YouTube video.